Friends, myself Dr. Piyush Singh, and today's topic is pharyngeal arches. See, in the neck region, what happens is that the mesodermal structure are not in a continuous manner. Rather than in a continuous manner, they are in the form of a ring. Here you can see on the board, we have taken the longitudinal section from the lateral embryo, and the above one which you are seeing cranially, this is your mouth region, and what you are seeing caudally, this is your esophagus. Here you can see this one, there is invagination, and this invagination forms a groove which is your pharyngeal groove. Why this is pharyngeal groove? Because these are U-shaped structure are anterolateral to pharynx, and this is the mouth. The structure which is this is your pharyngeal arch, and the arches are present anterolateral. You can say that the arches have a U-shaped structure. Here you are seeing this, giving it a U-shaped structure. What a very important concept which you should know, that what happens in the pharyngeal arches, these arches in the lower species, they deepen at every level, but in human there is a deepening happening only in the first, and this groove, this deepen, and this evagination, which is nothing but your pharyngeal pouch, also deepens, and then they fuse, and when they fuse, they give rise to a very important structure in the human body, and this structure is nothing but your tympanic membrane. Now MCQ. Tympanic membrane comprises of what all germ layer. As you can see that the outside of this pharyngeal arch, the layer which is there is ectoderm, and this ectoderm has deepened. Inside, this is your gut tube lining, and the gut tube lining is made up of endoderm, and this is nothing but your pharyngeal pouch, and it is endodermal derivative. This arch, this bulge inside comprises of neural crystals and mesoderm. So this tympanic membrane has all the three germ layers, as it's formed by the fusion of this groove as well as this pouch. Now you can see that lateral to the tympanic membrane is what is your external auditory canal. And now another MCQ, that external auditory canal is derived from what? External auditory canal is derived from your pharyngeal groove, and this pharyngeal groove gives rise to your ectodermal cleft. So the first ectodermal cleft derivative is your external auditory canal. Here is a concept you need to know, that this second pharyngeal arch, see this second pharyngeal arch, it overgrows and it obliterates all the groove structures. So there is only one ectodermal cleft, and this second ectodermal cleft suppose this pharyngeal arch obliterate in between, then it gives rise to a cyst. Now an important concept. In children, in pediatric populations, sinuses are more common, and in adult, cysts are more common. So firstly, sinus has one opening. This you should know. What happens that this pharyngeal arch, when it is overgrown and it has obliterated and its course is not complete, whenever the course is not complete in the fusel, there fluid filled space occurs. And this is a very frequent asked MCQ, that this cyst is what? Is nothing but your lateral brachial cyst, and it has two openings. As you can see, the external opening of this cyst is in your lateral region. And laterally is your sternocleidomastoid. And that to your anterior border of sternocleidomastoid. What will be the internal opening? The internal opening of the lateral brachial cyst is your second pharyngeal pouch areum derivative, that is tonsillar fossa. That's why the saliva from this tonsillar fossa drains from this internal opening, and when you see the lateral brachial cyst in the neck region, you can see the saliva draining out from the region. Now, second thing, this is a cleft, and this pharyngeal arch, the dorsal part of this pharyngeal arch give rise to a superficial muscle in the neck region, and that superficial muscle in the neck region is your platysma. This is platysma muscle. You see the superficial muscle in the neck region. It's derived from your second pharyngeal arch. Now come to the derivatives of this pouches. As I told you, the derivative of first pharyngeal pouch is your middle ear cavity, which is medial to tympanic membrane, and this middle ear cavity communicates with nasopharynx through eustachian tube, and eustachian tube is also a derivative of first pharyngeal pouch. Then comes your second pharyngeal pouch. This second pharyngeal pouch give rise to tonsillar fossa, tonsillar crypt, and tonsillar epithelium. Here remember, I have not written tonsil, I have written tonsillar fossa, tonsillar crypts, and epithelium. So now people can ask, tonsil is a derivative of what? Tonsil is a derivative of neural crystal, stomach. And the neural crystal, this is derived from what? It is derived from epiblast. Now going further, this third pharyngeal pouch. Here, this third and fourth pharyngeal pouch, you need to know a very important concept. that what happens is that this third pharyngeal pouch gives rise to two structures. Ventrally, if you see, ventral means what? Anterior is thymus and dorsally is your inferior parathyroid. This you have to remember. Ventral derivative of third pharyngeal pouch, thymus. Dorsal derivative of third pharyngeal pouch, inferior parathyroid. Now what happens? That this third pharyngeal pouch derivatives, they have a tendency to migrate, and after migrating for certain distance, they stop. Thymus, what it does, that in the influence of neural crest cells which were there in the arches, neural crest cells, as you know, have a tendency to migrate, and the neural crest cell goes and induces thymus. Thymus along with itself carries inferior parathyroid. Inferior parathyroid is also migrating, thymus is also migrating. The moment inferior parathyroid, after migrating for certain distance, see this inferior parathyroid is migrating. There is a thyroid, diagram number. Inferior parathyroid, after migrating for certain distance, moves medially and get incorporated in the thyroid, and this thymus, it goes down in your chest. That's why inferior parathyroid is down and superior parathyroid is up. But in a developmental wise, if you see, inferior parathyroid was higher compared to superior parathyroid. In the course of its migration, this thing happened. Then there is one MCQ, that suppose there is no formation third and fourth pharyngeal pouch, what does it give rise to? Which syndrome it gives rise to? The answer to this is D. George syndrome. And we can see that D. George syndrome, what is the abnormality? Third and fourth pharyngeal pouch. And what are the structures which are derived from third and fourth pharyngeal pouch? Is thymus and your parathyroid. So when the thymus is not there, then the T cell maturation doesn't happen. And when the T cell maturation doesn't happen, the child is prone for infections. When the parathyroid is not there, the calcium regulation is not maintained. Child has hypocalcemia. Coming to the arches derivatives. Now, I would like to tell you one thing more, that see, these bulges which you were seeing in the neck region, when this pharyngeal arch is overgrowing and obliterating these bulges, then your neck structure gets smoothened and we can't see this bulge in our neck. Suppose this was not happening, then we would have a hump in our neck. So this is a good thing which is happening in our human body. Then comes first pharyngeal arch. This is important amplitude. First pharyngeal arch. Now you know one thing, that the skeletal muscles, I will teach you about it. Skeletal muscles are derived from mesoderm, and all the bones in head and neck region all bones in head and neck is by NCC except there is a one exception, lower occipital, which is pharyngeal. This you should know. All bones in head and neck is from neural crest cell except lower occipital, which is pharyngeal. And neural crest cell is a derivative of epiblast. So, neural crest cells, as I told you, give rise to skeletal structures. Now, coming to skeletal structure, pinna. Pinna is derived from what is pinna? Pinna is cartilaginous, and you see that neural crest cell give rise to skeletal structure. So pinna is derived from neural crest cell of first pharyngeal arch and second pharyngeal arch. Here remember, not the mesoderm, neural crest cell, because mesoderm is for muscle. NCC skeletal structure. This first pharyngeal arch is the nerve which grows in first pharyngeal arch. Nerve is not the derivative of first pharyngeal arch. It is just growing in that first pharyngeal arch, and the nerve of first pharyngeal arch is your mandibular. Frequently asked MCQ. Which is the nerve of first pharyngeal arch? The nerve of first pharyngeal arch is mandibular. PGI people will ask like this. Mandibular nerve is derived from first pharyngeal arch. People will think mandibular nerve is a derivative of first pharyngeal arch and mark it as a true statement, which is not the true statement, because nerve just grow in arches, but it is not derived from those arches. Then what are the derivative of first pharyngeal arch? Your muscles of mastication. And what are the muscles of mastication? As you know, medial pterygoid, lateral pterygoid, masseter, temporalis. This you can see in your books. Then apart from muscles of mastication, what is it outside? It comprises of mylohyoid muscle. Apart from mylohyoid, anterior belly of digastric. And apart from these two, there are two bones, tensor tympani. And tensor tympani nerve supply is what? The nerve supply of first pharyngeal arch is what? Mandibular. So tensor tympani pendicular. Tensor value keratin is same. If you know the structures which are derived, you know their nerve supply. Simple. This first pharyngeal arch is very important for your facial development. When we will begin with the facial development, again we will be talking about this first pharyngeal arches. Now the NCC of first pharyngeal arch. What does the NCC of first pharyngeal arch give rise to? The neural crest cells of first pharyngeal arch, as I told you, give rise to skeletal structure. And what are the skeletal structure? Mandible and maxilla, malleus and incus, not stapes, because stapes is derived from what? Second. Then comes the derivative of second pharyngeal arches. Second pharyngeal arches give rise to muscles of facial expression. Here, second pharyngeal arches give rise to platysma. As I told you, the superficial muscle in the neck, the dorsal part of that is derived from platysma. The second pharyngeal arch dorsal, which has overgrown. Then it comprises of posterior belly of diaphragm. And the neurocrystal of second pharyngeal arch give rise to stapes, styloid process, FF, mnemonic. In the hyoid is a U-shaped bone. It gives rise to the greater part, that is the lesser chord bone. We go lower. Lesser chord of hyoid. And the nerve supply of second pharyngeal arch is your facial. Again, I will tell you, it grows. It's not derived from second pharyngeal arch. It grows along with the pharyngeal arches. Third, nothing much, only one muscle, that is your stylopharyngeus, and the nerve which grows there is your glossopharyngeal. Apart from this, what happens? Now, a very important and frequently asked MCQ. What happens is that the mesoderm, some mesoderm, start getting condensed and they give rise to blood vessels. And the blood vessels derived by the condensation of third pharyngeal arch are your right and left common carotid. Right and left common carotid, not external, because external is a de novo branch, not a mesodermal condensation. And right and left internal carotid. This is the blood vessel derived from third pharyngeal arch. Fourth, pharyngeal arch. Fourth and sixth pharyngeal arch, most of the time MCQ are framed from this arches only. Fourth, sixth pharyngeal arch. Fourth pharyngeal arch, remember, the neurocrest cells, epiglottis, and it is cartilaginous. NCC given to epiglottis, and the mesoderm of fourth pharyngeal arch give rise to one muscle, that is cricothyroid. Rest other muscles are supplied by sixth pharyngeal arch. And when the mesoderm get condensed and form blood vessels, the blood vessels arising from the mesodermal condensation are subclavian. And the nerve supply of the fourth pharyngeal arch muscles are from the superior laryngeal nerve. Here you remember one thing. See, this is the vocal cord. The structures, that is your palate and pharynx, are above your glottis. This is your larynx. Larynx is the cartilage. The structures which are above the glottis are supplied by superior laryngeal nerve, and the sensation of the structures below the glottis are supplied by your recurrent laryngeal nerve. Then coming to the last part, that is your, as I told you, fifth pharyngeal arch is rudimentary, so there are no derivative. Sixth pharyngeal arch. The sixth pharyngeal arch nerve supply is from the recurrent laryngeal nerve, which is a branch of vagus. Even superior laryngeal nerve is a branch of vagus. This gives rise to all the structure, all the cartilages apart from epiglottis. All muscles except crico, because crico was supplied from fourth pharyngeal arch. So this is what I wanted to tell you, that go just see the video and just check out which are the structures, do the MCQ. I think there won't be any doubt because I have covered most of the thing. Once you go and have a look, and the rest, yeah, one thing I missed out is the one mnemonic which I wanted to share of the derivative of neural crystal, that is no my motor pass. If you forget, you can remember this mnemonic, motor pass. In motor pass, M is your melano site, O is your odontoblast. Now this is easy because I have told you its skeletal structures are derived from NCC. These are your thyroid cartilage, glottis, laryngeal cartilage. This is paraganglions. This is your adrenal medulla. This is your swan cells. This is your spinal ganglia. So this was about pharyngeal arches. I hope it will be beneficial for you. Thank you.